our next guest is a multifaceted talent. She wears many hats as an educator, author, researcher, consultant, and entrepreneur, making significant waves in both academia and business realms.
Well, Dr. Levith Jackson's journey has taken her from the shores of Jamaica, hailing from the hills of Bamboo Ridge in St. Catherine, to the bustling streets of Tokyo in Japan, where she flew the Jamaican flag high for the past decade. Now, Dr. Jackson, welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you so much. Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Sushi. Yeah. Right?
Listen, I stay with you. Toyota.
Yeah.
Genki desu ka?
Genki desu.
Genki desu. Hai, so desu ne. Well,
Daihatsu? I'm like, they're still going?
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself from the hills of St. Catherine
From the hills of St. Catherine. So I hail from a small town that's close to Old Harbour, if you're familiar with Old Harbour, fishing village and all that. I went to the Old Harbour High.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
First choice was Glenmuir, but we had to move, so I had to go to another high school. But it's not where you go; it's what you do when you get there. So
yeah, and Old Harbour is a decent school.
Trust me, upgrading and we have excelled. Trust me, yes.
Yeah.
So from Old Harbour High, I went to UWI and I studied psychology and sociology.
Nice.
And then after that, I did my master's in HR, Human Resource Development. I also did postgrad at VTDI, yes. And then I was teaching for about 8.5 years. Then I wanted to do higher education. You know, we never stop, right? And that's how I ended up in Japan, because teaching was not giving me enough to fund. So I went on the JET program.
I was about to ask if it was the JET program.
It was the illustrious JET program.
For those who don't know about the JET program, tell us about that.
So the JET program, when I went on JET 10 years ago, it was the 25th anniversary, and they sent the most jets that year, 25 to celebrate the 25
years.
So it's always a smaller number. Now we've had a very good relationship with Japan, 60 years diplomatic ties this year, and we had a big soiree in Tokyo before I came. And because of that, they love our teachers. When we're on call, send Jamaican teachers, and we really do excel.
And we do
over, over there. So because of that, we're always in demand. So I signed up, application went through, Tokyo.
Nice.
But first, not Tokyo, I went to Shizuoka, if you know Shizuoka Prefecture. Green tea prefecture, everything green tea, matcha, you name it, is there. Yeah.
What was that like? Because Japanese culture is very different from Jamaican
Very
culture.
different, yes, but some similarities. We're like island country, and so seafood, and you'll find yam there, you'll find potatoes, even chocho. Yes, you'll find some things that's here. But for me, the biggest barrier was language. I'm coming from, and I was a Spanish and an English teacher before I left, so I had that built in. But Japanese is a little bit different from those languages.
A lot different.
So yes, I had to learn my way around, and I didn't know any or a little, just introduction before I went. But the culture is different. I teach. The students are different. They're more reserved. Here, my students would be me, miss, me. Yes, teamwork and bustling with. They're quiet, waiting for instructions. They're orderly, lining up one by one, and all of that. So it's a little bit of a shocker when I ask, who knows the answer?
Silence.
Crickets.
Look around, everybody
So I had to learn that I had to assign a leader and then ask the leader to represent the group. Everything is group-based, yes, so that's so different.
One of the biggest shocking experiences, well, not shocking, but it was a stark contrast, was on public transportation, how no one uses their phones because they believe that your noise is disruptive to other people. So you respect other people in the space, and you can't go up on your phone in public transport.
They will do the typing and but you're not hearing hello and having a full-on
and
conversation.
We are very outgoing.
Yes, the music. You turn up it in the Costa bus.
So completely different.
The lines were a shocker for me when I went also.
Joining the lines to get into the trains.
Orderly. But it's good. It's a safe country. It's a beautiful country. And you know they have the 4 seasons, so that makes it even more wonderful.
Especially cherry blossom.
Tell me about yourself, though, because they're different. Well, we all have different dimensions.
Yes.
Tell me about you as a person who has sought to explore your fully brightness in different ways. So, like, you know, you clearly like school, but
I love school, obviously. And I love teaching.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be a teacher. Yes, teaching found me. Everyone would know. I wanted to go in the science field. I studied biology, I did chemistry in high school, but teaching found me, and I loved it. I never turned back. So when I went to Japan, I was working at a senior high school where they had returnees. So it's a prefectural high school, but most of the students are whether mixed, and so they have high-level English or near nativeness. And after that, because of my master's in HR, I guess the BOE, Board of Education, thought I wasn't a good fit, even though I was sent to that school. Got a letter that I'm moving. I was terrified. I like high school, I love teaching these kids, but I'm going to be now a language trainer and consultant. A whole new world opened up there. But it was beautiful. I felt good representing and, you know, training the teachers how to teach English, right? Doing curriculum development, all of that. It was judging speech contests when the students do external exams. My voice is the listening, the listening section. So all of that was just amazing. You'd never believe that.
But Livette, I was going to tell you, I can't lie, I was going to say to you, you could also go into radio. You have a
you do have a very crisp, clean voice.
Now she want me to do the confession. When I went to UWI, my first choice was journalism.
Okay.
But it was packed. I think a small number.
It usually is.
A small number was taken that day. And persons always say, and they're like, girl, you sure don't want to try radio, you sure don't want to try TV. Maybe that's the next step.
And we live in a very different time.
Yes. CVM, you need another.
Join us live from Tokyo.
Who knows?
Live from Tokyo.
Live from Tokyo.
This is
Trust me, I'm on call anytime you're ready.
All right.
I can see why they use your voice. No, honestly.
Yeah.
Thanks for the compliment.
Beautiful, beautiful voice.
Thank you.
So what's next?
Well, I want to come home. Can you believe it?
Of
10
course.
years.
I can believe it,
Yeah, so if you're seeing and you need a consultant, yes, link me. But I do want to come home. I want to come home and give back, nation building.
What did you say the PhD was in?
Oh, so I did it in education, curriculum development, and teaching.
Well, the Ministry of Education always needs curriculum developers.
So hopefully someone's watching this morning. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice
It's a pleasure. It was a great talking to you.
Thank you.
Energy nice like.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Our guest has been Dr. Livette Jackson, educator, author, and entrepreneur. Coming up next is the NDTC's Morning of Movement and Music. We'll be right back.